judgement with the boxing. I wonder how far we'll get into. I'm sure we're probably gonna end up having to do some of the biking stuff in a little bit. Oh, is that right? Where's your blocks? Oh yeah, you thought. Not good enough. Try harder. Oh, you can press circle to skip that. Good.
Oh, eager for more.
This is just overkill.
Yes.
God damn. Just gets up and goes. Hey, my guts has become maxed. I apparently need to walk out. Is that who I think it is?
Hey.
Oh, there you are, Yagami-san. I was hoping to find you. I've obtained enough intel that I wanted to update you right away. On what exactly?
Well...
On that underground fight, the Genbuki. Oh, so the disguise paid off?
Yes.
Yes, I gained a few facts in the end. Let's find out what Amasawa swooped up.
Yagami-san.
Please take a look at this photo. It's the venue for the Genbuki.
What was that?
What? You found the spot?
Yes.
Yes, according to social media posts and such. I also managed to listen in on some relevant conversation, like one between these two apparent sponsors.
Wait a minute.
Huh? This guy. I know him. That's Honda. He used to run part of the Keihin gang. I remember he was the guy most into fighting. What? An ex-Keihin gang leader?
Which means...
Then that means
In other words...
there's a possibility the Neo-Keihin gang is somehow involved with the Genbuki.
Yeah.
Probably. In which case, the professor's probably involved too. Everything's starting to connect.
If I were to guess...
If Oshikari-kun did well in the Genbuki, it's quite likely that he caught the professor's eye. Or maybe it's even what led to him becoming the payback boxer.
Nope.
Well, let's be fair, that's all just speculation, Amasawa.
Yes.
Yes, good point.
Yagami-san.
Now, I have one last piece of intel on the Genbuki.
Well...
I overheard that it's the subject of quite a bit of illegal gambling.
What?
How do people place their bets? Do you know?
Yes.
Yes, there's a website dedicated to the event that takes bets. However, the event sponsors claim they have nothing to do with it. In fact, they were complaining that someone else is profiting off their efforts.
I see.
That could just be a smart countermeasure against getting busted. They really thought this through. Also, Yagami-san, Oshikari-kun apparently made someone quite a lot of money with his efforts in the fight. Few people bet on him at first as an unknown entrant, but he's had enough victories since then to become the champion. And I'm sure you can imagine the caliber of martial arts experts and notorious criminals he had to fight. I see. Makes sense that almost nobody would bet on a high schooler. Then he actually won? That's unbelievable.
Yagami-san.
There's more, Yagami-san. The very key to the payback boxer, the common thread tying together all his victims. A common thread, huh? You know, I heard a rumor about a Revenge for Hire website. Could that be his doing? Oh, that turned out to be a big hoax. Almost every request posted at that site went unfulfilled. Really? Then what's linking all the Payback Boxer's victims?
Well,
Most of them were Genbuki contenders who had lost in a match with Oshikari-kun.
What?
They were people he already fought. That definitely links them, but I don't see the logic behind it. If Oshikari really is the Payback Boxer, and he's already beaten them all, I don't get why he put in the effort into fighting them again.
yes.
Right. Oshikari-kun is eager to get stronger, so it doesn't make sense for him to repeatedly challenge people weaker than
That
himself.
being said,
However, there are exceptions. Out of the 10 victims so far, 2 had nothing to do with the underground fighting. One was a few days ago when the Payback Boxer began using kicks in his assault. The other is the victim who was assaulted while you were with Oshikari-kun at Smileburger.
I see.
So we have a nonsensical motive, and 2 exceptions to boot. I'm not liking how this is panning out.
yes.
The truth is growing closer, but not close enough.
By the way,
Amasawa. Who's that guy next to Honda here?
I'm sorry.
I haven't looked into him just yet. I see. He sure doesn't look like your average guy. Who is he, though? The Japanese Elvis? Why can no one beat that guy? Ugh.
Come on, what's the matter? Get up, senpai. Huh, aren't you stronger than me? Mr. High and Mighty OPBF ranked boxer?
fight's over. I'm calling it. Hey, what's happening?
They're sparring. Mikimoto. Gutless wimp's even better than last time. How's he doing it?
He did that to Sukama? What kind of sadist is he?
Hey, coach, remember what you told me after I sparred Oshikiri? You're nothing but a spineless, worthless
Oshikiri.
piece of shit. Ugh. Well, Sakuma-san's the highest-ranked boxer you've got here, right? And take a look at him now. Just pathetic. I'm practically half-assing every punch, and I can still take your best and brightest. I think it's time you take back what you said about me.
Don't get so full of yourself just for beating Sakuma.
Fine. Then I guess I'll have to beat every single one of your crew.
Every one of them. Don't bullshit me in my gym! Kenya fucking destroyed you last time you fought him!
Coach, I already told you. Just because I haven't been training here doesn't mean I'm getting rusty. I'm getting my training through real fights. Fights where the prize is getting to stay alive for another day.
Just because of his voice actor, I'm going to say he's the Payback Boxer. He's the final boss of this side quest. And if he is, every time you hear this dude's voice, he is either the fucking final boss or he is the villain. Like, there is no getting out of that. Sounds serious for training. Even more serious than what Todoroki puts me through.
Yagami, you go take him next.
Me?
Yeah, do me a favor and shut him up. Sick of this small-time street fighter running his mouth.
Small-time street fighter, huh? So, Yagami, was it? Coach is calling you up. You ready for it?
Yeah. It'll be a pleasure.
After what he did to Sukama, I'm not fuck! I can't be fucking up the name.
In the blue corner, Takayuki Yagami. In the red corner, Takeru Mikimoto.
The hell was that? Supersonic, huh? Let me show you Supersonic. You must be playing games. got some cheap-ass strong hits, don't you? See, nothing changes when you get the ow. Okay. Nothing really changes when you get the ow. Fucking quit that. Nothing changes once you get the relentless barrage on you, though. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look like anything's changing. Alright, you wanna fuck around, do you? Just because they let him do some fucking fast-ass hits don't mean nothing. Fast, hard hits? Yeah, that ain't gonna change shit. You want some fast, hard hits? Let me give you some fast, hard hits. You better stop it right there. You like coming in here just thinking you could get some debt money, huh? You think you're all good, huh? You think this is all you need, huh? Oh, a couple little punches, they ain't gonna do nothing. Not when you're already ready to drop. Look at you, you're stuck, you can't even move. You're done. Get the hell out of this gym. We're gonna watch in full as he falls on his ass right now. And he's done. Loser.
Like that?
Damn it!
What a joke! Losing to a total novice! That's what you get for fucking around! You really are a spineless piece of fuck-all! Just give up on all that bullshit already!
Screw you! I wasn't fucking around. I've been training in honest-to-God fights.
You're just scrapping in the streets like some goddamn punk!
No, I've really been boxing. This whole time since I left.
Boxing? How are you doing that?
In the Genbukai.
The Genbukai? Come on! Now you're messing with that nonsense too?
Oh, Mikimoto's been entering the Genbukai too. Then, could he be the payback boxer?
Tell me, what made you enter that shit?
I've gotta beat Oshikiri. But he stopped showing up by the time I found out about it.
Mikimoto? What do you mean you have to beat Kenya?
It's like I've been fighting Oshikiri's shadow this whole time.
His shadow? Are you telling me you're trying to get at Kenya's level by fighting underground? Gotta be a Genbukai champ like him, huh? Well, answer me, goddammit!
Not like I had any other choice. You never let us spar again after that first time.
You fucking idiot! Thinking you can improve your boxing in some bullshit like that? Boxing has rules, goddammit! So goddamn spineless! If you want to be a better fighter, you gotta train fucking properly!
Train properly? Really? Asshole? Can't you at least get your advice straight?
Huh?
When I lost that match with Oshikiri, you screamed in my face to quit. And here you are telling me to train properly now.
That was me telling you. Anyone who's gonna cry over a loss instead of train harder ought to just quit.
Is that so? Then I will quit! For real this time!
Hey!
Hold it! That day when you lost to Kenya-kun, you didn't need someone tearing you down more. What you really needed was for Coach to have your back, right?
It wasn't there for him? Sakuma, what are you saying?
Back in the day, Mikimoto-kun had this big match coming up. So he sparred Kenya-kun to prepare. But then Kenya-kun absolutely wrecks him. Getting done up by a high schooler and a newbie must have been a bitter pill to swallow for a tough guy like him. I mean, everyone was saying you were practically unbeatable before that. But after that sparring match, you seemed so down that even I wasn't sure how I could help.
Sakuma, what are you going on about?
Hey, Coach, remember what you said to Mikimoto-kun when he needed you most? Get out of my gym, you spineless fuck, or whatever. That was your version of coaching. Then you went and threw a resignation form at him. Your idea of motivation, right?
Well, I was,
Look, I know what you think you were doing. You thought you were firing him back up, right? All that verbal assault is your way of making us buckle down and summon the fighter inside. Am I right? Well, the only thing it does is crush our spirits. Sure, losing to Kenya-kun might have thrown him off his game, but you're the one who finished him for good.
Don't say that! Come on! No real fighter's gonna quit after that kind of talk!
I see you've never bothered learning from your mistakes, because you did the same exact thing to me. Every time I got knocked down, what I needed was a helping hand. Even just a kind word to get me back on my feet. But instead, you chose to beat me into the dirt. All you ever did was add insult to injury.
Hey, is he right? Mikimoto? I'd assumed you were just giving up after Kenya went overboard on you.
Well, none of that matters anymore. In the end, I was just half-assing it. I'm no real boxer. I know that now. I went to hell, and there's no way out of it.
That's not true. Let me say, Mikimoto. When you were in the ring with me, you really seemed to come alive.
What?
No one with that kind of fire in their eyes could ever really turn their back on boxing.
You mean, I've still got it? You think so?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, you're strong as hell. I bet you actually could take Oshikiri if you trained enough for it. Besides, I doubt you want to deprive yourself of what you really enjoy in life. Anyway, you sure gave me a run for my money. I'd be down to spar with you again anytime.
Huh.
This makes me wonder, why are not enough of these fucking side quests voiced in the whole series?
So,
Because this is a big impact.
Mikimoto,
Coach, when do you think I can start training again?
Mikimoto? Do you mean?
He totally nailed it. I guess I'm still a boxer after all. I mean, I had a blast in the ring with him. Even though I got wrecked in that fight. I gotta say, I never felt so alive.
You're serious?
You're gonna cry over it?
My training's gonna be as hardcore as ever. And you're just gonna have to push through it. Hear me?
Yeah, I'm ready for it now.
See, that is seriously why these side quests need to be voiced more. Why Japanese games need to keep the voice acting in the game. Keep it going. Like, it makes a bigger impact when you hear the actual characters' voices coming out of their mouth talking during these scenes. You are really only going to get so far when it's just me doing it. What does he want? I'll be right back. A suspicious car that's just parked outside the house, literally right out front, near the mailbox. Very weird. that car needs to get gone already. But yeah, that's a thing that's happening now. Don't know who that belongs to. I personally don't know if anyone's in there. My dad says he hasn't seen anyone in there, but I don't know. Anyway, guess back to business for now. Yagami, I've got I should thank you for Mikimoto.
Nope.
No need. Things just worked out naturally. Is that so? Turns out Mikimoto isn't the payback boxer. Plenty of work left to do to figure out who it is.
Hey.
Actually, no, that's what this voice actor is known for, in my eyes. The voice actor for Mikimoto, he plays a villain, but then gets turned back into good. Like, what the hell? That's 3 roles he's done that for. Hey, Todoroki. You know how I used to think Oshikiri might be the payback boxer?
You.
What, you saying you're suspecting him again now?
Nope.
Not at all. I really don't want it to be true. There's only one way I can ensure Oshikiri isn't a suspect, and that's to learn the truth about him. Todoroki, if there's anything you know about Oshikiri, I want you to tell me, no matter how bad it gets. Then fine, actually. Maybe you're the one who could get Kenya out from under his curse. What do you mean by that? I'll wait for you at Rodriguez, over in the bar district. Well, it's a good thing I need to get some drinks. Seems Zach is playing this game called Tunic right now with Jasmine. I don't know much about the game other than it looks like you're playing as a fox that's dressed like Link from Zelda. Okay, Yagami. Fire away. This is my chance to get Todoroki to spill the beans. This one time I spotted Oshikiri, he seemed real spooked about something. Despite the fact that he can beat anybody alive.
Hey.
What is he so afraid of? Yagami. Kenya's biggest fear is the man who made him. Who would that be? His father, Fudo Oshikiri. He was the second patriarch of the Oshikiri family, formerly part of the Omi Alliance.
What was that?
Wait, what? Yeah, they were a real hardcore faction, too. Supposedly, the Oshikiri family always did the Alliance's dirty work. Imitation, beatdowns, and even murders. As the future successor, Kenya received lethal technique instruction from his own father from a very young age. Swear to God, I just heard one of the alarms in the house. Like, when the front door is opened, you hear the door open. Maybe that's just me. I'm getting paranoid now because that car is out there and I don't know why it's there. I don't want someone in my house being dumb walking out there. You mentioned the scars he's got. A couple times now, actually. Well, those were the instruction part of his father's training. Kenya learned about as many ways to kill as anyone could. Guns and knives, all the pressure points in the body. He doesn't just know how to destroy opponents. He knows how to kill them. And that's not even to speak of all the combat tests he went through. Having to fight guys like his life was on the line.
Seriously?
What? It's awful. So that's where all the scars came from. I don't even call it training. That's just abuse. Kenya's mom, she couldn't stand seeing her little boy getting ground down into the killing machine. And a few years back, when Kenya was in middle school, the Yomi Alliance disbanded. His mom took advantage of all the mess during the fallout and ran off with Kenya. And apparently the dad was beside himself when he found out. After all, that's a lost investment he can't recoup. Rumor is the guy's still combing the country for Kenya, even well after the Yomi Alliance bit the dust. I bet he's hoping to get the kid back, so he can start up a new family with his prize killer.
In other words,
I see now. Oshikiri is constantly watching his back. Because of Daddy, Kenya lives in fear, constant fear of that asshole popping up and dragging him off. If he ever does, that's the end of it. Kenya will be back to his life of hell, and his mom will probably end up getting disappeared. All this time he's been training, so when that day comes, he can successfully fight off his dad. Sounds for freedom. He's being driven by fear. But even if he's gotten away from his dad, Kenya's still stuck dealing with the guy's programming. Whenever he senses his life is in danger, that killer instinct just automatically kicks in. He immediately dominates his opponents so they have no chance of success. Why, I'll be right back. Outside the front of the house, that whole situation has now currently been dealt with. It was just a friend of the... I like how I'm trying to explain this while I go look at like trophies for like a game outside of the game application. Yeah, it's basically nothing to really worry about. But sadly, I think we just got... My dad had called without me giving him the go-ahead to do that, and he already called the cops, so the cops came over, gave the guy a ticket, and I kind of feel bad about that, because, I mean, if he was just visiting, well, it is what it is, you know. If that's all you're doing, cool. It's not like we're trying to hurt anyone, but, well, shit. And I kind of feel bad about that now. Anyway, let's get back to business. Man, that sucks. Anyway, I had no idea. Yagami, my goal is to free Kenya from his dad's spell, with whatever it takes. And I believe the joy of the sport, the joy of boxing can do it.
hey,
So, Todoroki, how long do you plan on keeping Oshikiri from doing any actual boxing? I don't know, but all my students are important to me, not just Kenya. And that's why I'm scared, Yagami. Ever since the Mikimoto thing, I'm just scared he's gonna kill one of my guys despite not wanting to. Todoroki, if that's true, why don't you have me go up against Oshikari?
What?
Yeah.
You've seen me spar enough to know I'm no pushover, right? Yagami, there's no denying you're tough. You got some real guts, but still, strength and guts ain't enough. Until you're a real contender to Kenya as a boxer, there's no point to it. He needs to square up with someone who can really show him the joy in boxing. Are you telling me I'm not strong enough? If that's the case, why not just train me until I'm ready? You'd go through all that, just for Kenya?
Yeah.
I mean, I've come this far, so I might as well go all the way. Fine. You can do it. I'll put together a special counter Kenya training program for you. Cool. Looking forward to it.
'Cause every night I will save your life.